Looking for a continuous reading, high accuracy colorimeter with fast, accurate, low light measurement, all at a valued price? Then Sencor has the solution you've been looking for.
The public lobby of Barry Diller's IAC Global Headquarters is home to two of the world's largest and most unique projection video screens. Developing a high-definition screen that would be suitable for architectural applications, large displays using multiple projectors, and high ambient light conditions at this site was no easy task. Stewart Film Screen came up with a solution: Starglass.
Up until Infocom 2006, Aeroglass had been the product of choice. The entire design team, including Stewart Film Screen, McCann Systems, and IAC, had settled up on that product. However, Starglass, which was being premiered at Infocom, really turned the tide at that point, really becoming the product of choice, considering the application, the public space, and the fact that the laminated glass product gave us so many more benefits.
Starglass, a one-of-a-kind screen, allows AV integrators to bring their own vision to an installation while providing image quality that only Stewart Film Screen can deliver.
The Starglass product has been the strongest and most successful installation Stewart Film Screen has ever had. We're able to provide the product on time. We were able to provide high-quality product. It's the largest high-definition video wall in the world. The customer is extremely happy, and we expect many, many new orders to come in the future for this fantastic new product called Starglass.
Starglass from Stewart Film Screen, a whole new world for all to see.
Welcome back to Sound and Communications Viewpoint. We're here with Gary Kayye. Gary, as we broke just now, you started to get into some of the application areas, including the academic environment. Where else should the commercial AV firm be looking?
The applications are everywhere. The historical applications have been for commercial AV equipment over the years. Everything from religion and worship applications to government applications, obviously educational, higher education, and even
retail?
K through 12. Certainly retail. I think that in retail there's kind of two different approaches there. There's the local retail application, and then there's the national or the chain retail application.
This catch-all phrase of digital signage seems to include just about everything these days. You know, it could be projection. It could be the smart whiteboard. And recognizing the way that you define digital signage, where would I as a commercial AV firm go to look for the revenue, to look for the margin I want to enjoy?
I think the future margin in digital signage, and even present applications, is very much in the control of the content. I don't think it's in the future. Certainly, it's not going to be in the AV gear. It's going to be in the control of the content.
Isn't that a whole new skill set for the AV provider then?
It is. I think the AV provider is going to have to expand their offerings. They're going to have to go beyond just selling AV equipment. They're going to have to go into more services-based applications.
And how should they go about that? What's your best counsel on moving into this new line of business? How do they invest to enjoy an ROI from that investment?
Well, there are a number of manufacturers that have been exhibiting at a number of shows in our industry showing content production devices, software, but also players that attach to the back of displays that turn them into network-based content displays, media players.
So those authoring tools then, sounds like the investment in an authoring tool and some staff turns that AV company on its head in terms of a business model.
Well, I think that you have to establish intellectual property beyond just knowledge of technically how to do it. It's beyond just the technical capacity of how to send a signal from one place to another. It's really in the creative side of things. It's also in the services side of things.
So that we're going to move this along, and we're going to come back to that. But I'd like to come back later to the point of partnering. Partnerships have always been a real strength. Sourcing and partnerships have always been a real strength of successful commercial AV firms. So how does that capability play into their success in this new service area?
Well, most AV integrators or commercial AV companies don't have that creative staff that exists now. So they're responding in many cases to what an advertising agency is asking for. They're responding to what a retail chain is asking for, as opposed to generating the lead themselves. The only way they're going to generate the lead themselves is to actually acquire that content production and creativity, or partner with an organization that already has that or is building that organization.
Yeah. We're going to wrap up here in about a minute, so give me your top 3 pieces of advice. If I were the owner of a commercial AV firm, given the presence of this opportunity, what 3 pieces of advice would you give me?
I would say network, network, network. All 3 would be that. I think that it's all based. This is all going to be a network-driven world. I mean, if you look at the successful deployment of digital signage today, they're not sending that content through a bunch of wire. They're sending that content through the network, which can be wired or wireless, and they're controlling that content from one head in, which simplifies the distribution of the content to multiple locations, and that's all done on the network.
You're indicating that the commercial AV firm is integral to the success of the organizations in the area that they're serving.
Assuming that they go beyond just selling AV gear, absolutely.
And if they don't?
If they don't, then they may be relegated to a lower margin, less opportunity in the future.
When we come back, let's talk about how the Pro AV firm really moves into this business and really takes advantage of the low-hung fruit that's available.
Excellent.
Thank you for joining us for Sound and Communications Viewpoint. I'm Lyle Bunn, and tune in 2 weeks from now when we'll have Gary Kayye back with us, at which point the investors and the management, those interested in the commercial AV business, are going to learn new ways of taking advantage of the digital signage opportunities that exist.
Thank you for watching Sound and Communications Viewpoint, and please mark December 19th on your calendar for part 2 of our discussion on digital signage.